Lakia. Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to those elder apostles, elder bishops, a great millstone that were well. Gonna hop right into this lesson, man. I was meditating. I was watching some videos. From the elders, just meditating, man. And some some wacky tacky Christian rolled up to one of the Hebrew Israelite camps, talking about some just summarizing from what I heard. He was saying that because Christians, they like to say you don't have to keep the law at all, right? They say that the law's done away with, right? And who they call Jesus, right? Which we know his name's not Jesus. His name, the name you must call upon to be saved is Yahweh Shai, right? In the ancient Hebrew, Yahweh Shai. But he was talking about Jesus, you just got to believe in Jesus and not have to keep the law at all, right? That's the same narrative that these plantation Christians have been that they've been on about for years, man. Hundreds of years. Ever since they introduced that slave Bible, right? With the image of a so-called white man as the Messiah, right? It's really that they blaspheme the Son of God, right? By putting that image up. But that's besides the point. I want to read Matthew chapter 5 verse 19. Matthew 5 and 19. This is for you Christians out there. If you're watching this video, this is for you Christians out there that say you don't have to keep the law, right? You want to say, I can eat pork. I just got to believe in Jesus and I'll be saved. I can eat pork. I can mess with other men's wives. But as long as I believe in Jesus, I'm going to be saved. Nah, man. Matthew 5 and 19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Hey, you Christians out there, this is from the Messiah himself, right? Red letter. I'm gonna bring it out. Look, red letter. But hey, you Christians have some splaining to do, right? Which we know you Christians are bugged out anyway. But I just want to make a point because I was watching a video and this dude, he came up to one of the Hebrew Israelite camps thinking he knew something, but nah, man. He got cut up by the Spirit, right? I'm gonna get that in the the red letter Bible, Lord's will. So bear with me. I didn't even want to do a lesson on Christians, but you gotta sometimes go back to the basics, right? So let's go there, KJV. And Salakia for any noise in the background, it's all good though. Where was it? Matthew 5. I'm gonna get some other precepts that come to mind too. That we gotta keep the law, right? And we know, man, hey, you Christians, we know we're not justified by just keeping the law, right? The law is not gonna save us. But hey, I'm gonna get this. I'm just gonna bring out the scripture that proves the point. Enough of me talking. Don't take it from me. Take it from the Messiah himself. This is the KJV, Matthew 5 verse 19. I'll read up. Look at that. That's the Spirit. Hey, that's the Spirit, man. Hey, you Christians. Hey, if there's any Christians watching this video, explain this in the comments if you want. Right? Matthew 5. We'll start at 17. Matthew 5 and 17, the King James red letter. Right? This is the Messiah speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Matthew 5 verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. Yeah. So you Christians saying that you don't have to keep the law, you just got to have faith in the Messiah, which we know we have to have faith in the Messiah first and foremost, right? But that doesn't take away from the fact that we have to keep the law with all of our heart, referring to Deuteronomy chapter 30, right? Okay? I'm going to read it again, verse 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. You know, I want to get in the NLT as well. Let's get in the NLT. Just to further prove the point. And I'm actually not going to go in that app because I'm saving that chapter for studying purposes, right? Hey, that's the spirit. Look, Deuteronomy 30. Hey, Deuteronomy 30 that I was referring to, that's the spirit. You see, the spirit's like the wind, man. Here, I'm gonna get the scripture I was referring to. Wait, go back. Yeah, Deuteronomy 30. Deuteronomy 30 in the NLT, a call to return to the Lord. Verse 1, in the future, when you experience all these blessings and curses, yeah, speaking to the Israelites, because the covenants are only to the Israelites, man, not to the heathen, the natural heathen Gentiles, right? Like the damn Ishmaelite, the covenant's only for Israelites. It's not for Esau, it's not for Moab, it's not for these other nations, right? Verse 1, in the future when you experience all these blessings and curses I have listed for you. I'm going to get to the point, man, for process of time. Verse 2, if at that time you and your children return to the Lord your God, and if you obey with all your heart, your mind, and all your soul, all the commands I have given you today, then the Lord your God will restore your fortunes. Yeah, that's the point. It never said, oh, you just got to believe in the name Jesus, and then the Lord's going to have mercy. Nah. It starts with believing in the Messiah. But what comes with believing in the Messiah? Keeping the commandments, right? As we just read, with all your heart. Then the Lord your God will restore your fortunes. He will have mercy on you and gather you back from all the nations where he has scattered you. Yeah, because the Israelites were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. You see? So that's why in the New Testament, Israelites may be referred to as Gentiles. It's not, when it says Gentiles, you know, you got to look at the Greek word. Okay? When you see the word Gentile in the New Testament, it doesn't always mean, the heathen, you know, the natural heathen. Nah. It can refer to Israelites and that have been, bear with me, man. But it can also refer to Israelites that have been, you know, converted, basically. You see, to the ways of the heathen. So then they're called Gentiles because they're in a heathenistic state of mind, right? Just like us. Hey, for example, man, just a quick example. Like us, before we came into this truth here in America, we've been calling ourselves, oh, I'm an American. I'm a Mexican, right? You see, that's not a nationality, bro. So we were heathen too. We were heathen before we came into this truth, right? We're not fucking American. You see? But we were born and raised here, so then we took on the customs of these freaking heathen. We were celebrating Christmas. We were celebrating the 4th of July. You see? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why you got to go into the history, right? As the elders say, you got to know the history to know the mystery, right? But yeah, man, I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to read this again. Hey, for you Christians, just answer this one precept, man. What did the Messiah mean? Right? What did your Jesus mean when he said this? Which his name's not Jesus, Yahawashi. But what did he mean when he said this? Matthew 5:19. You can't get around this, man. You can't get around this scripture. Matthew 5:19. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, like eating pork. Eating pork is a least commandment, right? Which you Christians love that damn pork, man. I remember when I used to go way back when I used to go to, like, I think it was fucking a Catholic church. They used to have pizza with pepperoni and fucking sausages on the cookouts and all that shit, man. You see? Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, you see? the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. You can't get around that, you Christians. You see, you bug outs. So with that, man, I'm going to wrap up this lesson, man. Just something I was meditating on. And those will be back with more. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah, Quadash. Double honor to those elder apostles, elder bishops of the great millstone, who taught us this 100% truth, right? To us Israelites, because salvation is only unto the Israelites, not the Gentiles, okay? Okay? And I'll do a lesson on that too. The difference between a natural Gentile and an Israelite that became a Gentile, right? From being under heathen rulership, right? And customs. So with that, man, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.